up, you guys? Welcome back to Naturally Xandra. Today's video is going to be hair myths in the natural hair community. And you already know the deal. We're about to get into the video. But before I get into that, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want more videos like this. Make sure you like this video to show that you like this video so I know to put out more bangers like this. And also comment down below if you believe in any of these natural hair myths. If you really, like, in your core actually believe these, like you were raised to believe these myths, because I know I have. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, the first myth is going to be that hair typing is the way to care for your hair. We all done it before. We went to somebody's video, we clicked on it, they say 4B in the title, and then you going through their products and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try that product. Then you try that product and it don't work for you. So you're like, okay, what's going on? That's before we had the revelation of hair porosity, hair density, all of those other elements. It's a lot intertwined into what works for our hair, and it's not just hair type. That's one little small part, but it's a much bigger story. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're going through, your day-to-day regimen, or if you're a new natural, hair enthusiast. Try out all types of products, because you never know what may work for your hair. Now, this myth is something that kind of dwindled down a little bit as we proceed into the natural hair community. More years have passed and more inventions. But a lot of people believe that having permed hair was harder than natural hair. Now, to me, that doesn't make sense in my day-to-day. So I already knew this myth was not true, because natural hair is actually 10 times harder to maintain. And it's a lot of work that you may not necessarily want to do that transition if you want to save time, because it's definitely way more time consuming and it takes a lot of patience. So make sure you keep that in mind if you're transitioning from perm to natural hair. Just keep it in mind that, yeah, natural hair is harder to keep up with. This one it hits home for me. It really hits home for me, because I think when I first went natural, I believed this myth to the max. But that myth is that natural hair will allow you to grow your hair faster, stronger, thicker, all of that. Over the years of my natural hair journey, I've noticed that me being natural does not guarantee length. That it's very difficult to keep up with my hair now, because I am more sustainable to breakage. I'm manipulating my hair more. When I was relaxed, when you relax, if you have a good relaxer, you good to go, because all you have to do is, wrap your hair at night, if you're doing it the right way. Wrap your hair at night, put a scarf on, you shampoo maybe once a week or something like that. You use minimal products. You don't really have to moisturize a lot because your hair already straight. So with natural hair, we all know the struggle. If you don't know the struggle, then you're probably considering being natural, but it's a struggle. It's a huge investment of time. It's a huge commitment. And it's not gonna guarantee that you get any length. So don't believe that myth. Okay, now this one is something that I had to learn not that long ago. It's actually been probably 2 years, like since that second big chop, where I actually researched and watched other girls on YouTube say this and like demonstrate this. But natural hair is not moisturized by using an oil. Yes. Oil is used to seal in moisture. And there's even some controversy right now of if you should even use oils, because some women like Kimberly Sherrill that say that they don't like oil because they don't see any benefit of it. I have 4B hair and I definitely need some oil, but I can't go without it. But I just noticed it's not as soft, it's not as manageable, it's not like any of that. I definitely strongly suggest you use oil. Even if it's not, to moisturize, make sure you're using a leave-in underneath that, put an oil on top, use the lock method, use the LCO method, use whatever works for your hair. Some people believe that certain products can fix split ends. I'm here to tell you that is not true, because I've purchased Cantu, the Argan Oil Conditioner, and that product, both of their lines, Argan Oil or the regular Cantu leave-in, they basically say that they heal split ends. It helps to heal split ends. I've noticed that it only temporarily heals split ends. It only masks it, and then when you go and use any other products, you see that you still have split ends. So it actually causes more damage than good, because you think your split ends are gone, but they're still there. So don't believe the hype. There's no product that can repair split ends. Once it's there, and then it's just gonna continue to travel up until you cut it. And it's gonna cause more things to happen down the road. So just don't believe the hype. The next myth is that protective styling is guaranteed to help your hair grow. Yeah, not true, not true. It depends on your hair's strand density. From my experience, certain styles do not work well for my hair. And I'm gonna be making a video about that very soon. But yeah, all protective styles not good for your hair. All protective styles not good. You need to know what works for your hair, what your hair likes best, because it can be something as simple as the sections you use. If you use smaller sections or you use too much hair, when you add in hair that's too heavy for your strands, that can really break off your hair, and your hair could pay the price and cause more breakage, more split ends, things like that. I've realized that crochet braids is not for my hair. Okay, it's detrimental that I say this myth, you guys. In the natural hair community, it's a lot of people that are not aware of this myth. And this myth is that trimming your hair causes your hair to grow. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does not. Trimming your hair only helps to remove split ends, and because split ends can cause more breakage and causes you to not retain as much length. I have been in that phase currently, actually, where I have a lot of split ends. I've been doing certain things like not keeping my hair as moisturized, which then creates more split ends, and then I have to keep clipping it. I've noticed I've gotten way better between now and like the last 6 months, because my split ends used to be ridiculous, where I had to like clip it off every, I used to get so irritated because it was so uneven. I had a bunch of split ends, but now I barely have split ends. I have some, but it's very faint. And that's because I clip them, I dust my ends on a regular. Anytime I'm doing twists or anything, or even in stressed out state, I will be going back in and snipping a little bit at a time. Just snipping it, but you don't want to snip it too much. So you don't want to trim too much to where you lose the retained length that you gain. That's the last and final myth. That's the last one I have on this list. We can actually tolerate our natural hair now. Like, we can tolerate it, but I feel like women that have mastered natural hair completely are coming down on women that may not do as well, and they like completely blindsided. Bottom line is, you guys, regardless of these myths, if you believe in any of them or not, the bottom line is we decided to embrace our own hair, embrace our own strands, and it's a journey. It's really a journey. When you see natural hair journeys, it's really a journey. It never ends, because it's constantly things that you can do better. It's constantly things that, you may have some good moments within your natural hair journey. You may have some bad moments, but at the end of the day, gotta love your hair, right? So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.